Hello everyone, this is Lord Nivalis, joined here with,
Lady Navalis.
and we're playing Katawa Shoujo. We recorded the intro of this game, but over the line, Bandicam is failing to record when I start it. So here we are. This is like still in Act 1. We're not very far in it. We just met
Uh,
Hanako, Lily, Misha, and Shizune. And we're going
and you go.
and Yuko. And Yuko. And Kenji. We met Kenji. Um,
Uh,
so basically, we're going for Lily's route. So we haven't really
Lily
had the
Pad.
choice yet. We haven't had the choice to make her like our go-to, but that'll come up shortly.
Mm,
Sorry guys, I'm biting my nail. It's a bad habit.
I'm eating an ice cream sandwich, so y'all are gonna hear crunching again. Sorry.
Yes. So here we are. This is where we started, or left off the last time. So maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that doesn't help to take the edge off, and the words are left echoing off in my empty hallway, empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. The place is really more of a school and less a hospital, pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all.
That is the cutest way that they keep time. I love it.
It
It's
is.
adorable.
I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. I turned into Sean Connery, I'm sorry.
Every day.
hmm After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I started doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looked like today is going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, although Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get me to answer whether or not I've decided to join the student council. So we played a game of Risk with Shizune and Misha, primarily Shizune.
Oh,
She kicked our butts. No matter what we choose, she kicks our butt. But in this case, we chose to more play defensively. Um, so that X's out her potential, and so
yeah.
now we're trying to get to Lily.
Otherwise, it would now be very silent on my end of the spectrum. And I
hmm
really don't want to keep doing Misha's voice because her voice hurts my throat a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. We want to get to at least Hanako and Lily. So okay, even if it's just one day, I wouldn't put it past to try. For putting past them to try, I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives a smile that is equal part cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There is no escape."
Evil.
hmm
Hitchan, looks like we're together again. Yay, yay! Ugh.
Oh dear God. Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There is really no escape now. Unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out of the window isn't the best option, sadly.
Mm. What's wrong, Hitchan? Oh, Hitchan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? These two. It's okay, Hitchan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right. uh,
I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. I mean, that's cool. I admire that, but Shizune is a bit too serious in my book. Her route that I've read through isn't really that interesting.
Mhm.
While I'm reading,
I've done the same, and it's still.
It's still meh. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. It's really sad because Lily and Hanako are in two separate classes, and it's like,
I know the feels there.
yeah. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there.
Huh? Who is that?
Her, Hanako over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, Hichan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone?
I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hichan.
Why not?
Sichan wouldn't get along with her.
Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. Is nervous, but still that's letting up and down quietly. Quality present in everything she says.
Just because, Hichan.
By now, Shizune noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha's been citing everything she's been saying this whole time.
What, Sichan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy. That sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say it.
You said it anyway.
But I know, Hichan. It's fine if you overhear.
I guess this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand the things Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? So there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of?
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hichan.
That's really sad because I actually know the reason why Shizune won't work with Hanako.
What is that reason?
It's something to do with Lily. We'll get to that shortly. I finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there's any other alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. I sense Shizune and Misha arguing amongst themselves about their favorite restaurant. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem to be so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. To not sight, everyone else is in classes busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The only one with actual box lunches mixed in and chattering. Like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she were invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? I'll talk with Hanako. She'll feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I'd better say something. Hey there, Hanako.
Is Sal?
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice the scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from up close.
That's okay. It was my fault.
Nah, it wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happened.
This is weird. Yes, Lily.
Oh, you mean okay? You mean Lily, she's blind. Hanako only nods in response. I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities is faux pas of the worst kind, or
It
just
is.
normal.
It is very
It's
much.
bad. It's very bad. Hasao, shame on you.
Don't slap yourself for that.
Yo, he gets a backhand. I guess
Reminds me of the
that's
bad gift that we give people in.
yeah. I guess that explains why Lily took off after yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends?
Yes. She's so soft-spoken.
I know. As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now.
No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly, this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense. Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you see whose hands are talking. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door. Aww.
Oh, Lily. Hanako, good morning. Is the president here? Yes.
Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm that she can't hear them, even though that's impossible.
I suppose we'd best be off then. I can't talk right now.
No, it's okay. I barely am able to. Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two.
Oh, Lordy.
It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, they would tell me. It's only the third day here. I should be trying to make friends and not finding out finding out why people are enemies. Still, it's a funny thing to find out that this school has little feuds, just like my old school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they are still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey, Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday.
Oh, my, is that his house? I didn't realize you were here.
Seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. I got a text and I had to send a reply there, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry, Lily. I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. Miss Al, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding.
If you say so, I'm still working this place out.
Well, then I think you'll find most people here a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions.
Sure, I'll remember that.
Lily.
Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, Sal, but we must be off.
Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made an impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling.
I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako?
She looks at Lily, then at me, and she freezes wide-eyed.
Sure. Well then, shall we go?
I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave all three together. Lily walks beside the hall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes black. Ouch! Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like eyes looking at me. They belong to the perpetrator of a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and very worried frowned. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting.
Ah!
The girl
I'm like frozen.
Oh, are you good?
We have a poor network connection, guys. So give us a few moments to correct the issue.
We'll return shortly. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We're back.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Yeah, bad
His fault.
connection. It might be, yeah, it's probably my fault. I get that kind of crud from my PS4 friends. Anyways, the girl winces a little, rubbing her nose and jumps up. Spring.
Oh, Anne, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
She looks really apologetic in the hurt puppy kind of way, looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything since hurt puppies are my weak spot. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain going in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I tried to rub my solar plexus and to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my own heartbeat. It seems normal.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I actually was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No, Nate, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright and feeling sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time. But it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay. I said it was fine and nothing's broken. No harm done.
That's good. Hisao, what happened?
She's not quite up to speed of obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. More than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious, just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was going to get some stuff and was kind of in a hurry. That someone here is Emi, isn't it?
The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lily. Hanako.
I guess the girls know each other.
Please do try to be more careful. You aren't sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accident. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't.
girl blushes and starts fidgeting nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute, I find myself smiling.
I know that. I was just. I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised help with printouts and I went running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change everything.
Before any of us can say anything, Emi has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here?
There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems.
She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight, composed smile.
I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then?
Lily heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about their business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily is busying herself with thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day?
Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we ended up using this room regularly.
It's a very nice room. After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that it is a boon that that and Lily is being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Suzune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash. Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily's soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems a bit be the shyest girl I've ever met.
So, how are you faring in Yamakai-sao? You seemed a bit flustered before.
Apart from getting lost every now and again and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I'm just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expression, I don't think that they're buying it, but in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't pass the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here, don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has these things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in the school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well.
Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school.
So, you've known each other since then, huh?
Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right?
That's very true.
Kenji. Right. Hanako is so soft.
She's so very soft, and Lily is just very, like, relaxed and very calm.
Mm,
Yeah, of
I
course.
agree.
Living next to someone is probably the reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we started to eat our lunch. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as we set them out.
I guess I'd better be off. Are you going to go with us, Hanako?
Hanako looks up at me for a second. I can see that she is considering skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of it. Hanako is really is delicate to the point of breaking if looking at her in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell and bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I filing out before her. We walk quickly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me.
Yes, Al, thank you for sharing lunch with us today.
My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways. Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off to our own. She is still looking at like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go to the class now?
Yes.
Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, Hanako follows me in and closes the door. He simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. Okay. So now we can go ahead and close that out and go ahead and check if the thing recorded. Should have.
And I'm in my room.
Okay.
Okay.
Lily, you were going up the stairs, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Did you catch the noise?
Well, I just noticed you were like breathing really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's okay. That's normal. It's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
But yet you always do.
Yeah. Why is my voice so quiet in the video?
I don't know.
My voice was loud enough in the last few parts. I don't know what I did to make it louder.
I don't know. You were kind of mumbling. Hold on a minute. Hi.
Hold on. Was it because my mic was really low for some stupid reason? Let's try this. Yeah, the causing a rain cloud. Now, I'll go ahead and switch to my phone, babe.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Love you.
Love you too.
Hello, everyone. This is Lord Navalis with.
Lady Navalis. Hi, guys.
Hello. So we're back with Katawa Shoujo. This is part 2. No, part 3.
Part 3.
Part 3. So last time we left off, we were about to go decide what we're going to do for lunch. So here we go. We make our way to our seats, and I notice Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. I wonder if it is. Oh, wait, we just had lunch with Lily and Hanako. So, and Misha and Shizune are still out. I wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students at the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is natural genius.
Haha. Teachers like that.
When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd, at the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here the feeling considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Muto is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he noticed me and furrowed his brow. What is a Nakai? I jump at him, addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody else around. Nothing. Think about what to do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on his pen and is holding and arranging his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I considered joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Muda looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I forge ahead instead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I would be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako, it's not like you can ignore her phrase, but I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open.
Teacher. Okay, I made my turn, so it's your turn.
Misha crashes in, hand straight into in an enthusiastic greeting. Her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk and with a bouncing step and hands energetically swinging with a rhythm. Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, Misha in general slumps in his chair. Makoto? Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but had no idea what.
Yes?
We've talked about your volume control before,
Yes.
but she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So what is it?
We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress.
She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So, go get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that?
Plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there, so you know where there is some?
I don't understand. How would I know?
The president thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong?
Muda looks like he's in great pain, frowning with his entire essence. And Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open with a blasted while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I
That's
have
all
no
it
idea
is.
if there is any plywood in school, let alone where it would be if there was any.
Oh, what should I do?
Perhaps try to find Mr. Namiya? I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter.
I don't have the time. We are so busy.
She holds her head with both her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumples the note while she's holding against her hair.
I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we are falling behind the schedule.
Muda looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if you could get some temporary help? He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as if to say, go make some friends. I guess I could give you a hand.
You can? Thanks, Chan. You are really nice.
She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with a finger, yelping, ah, and looking very puzzled.
Come to think of it, what's Hitchan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun.
We just had a little chat.
Oh no, it's not intention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hitchan?
No, I'm not.
I swear. Is Hitchan in trouble, teacher?
No, he's
Sensei
not.
to you, stupid.
Mudo sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So, what do you need?
Here's a list. I can try and find the plywood from somewhere, but if there's none in the art room.
She offers me the note and she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the council or not.
Aww.
This is me. Like, this is me.
That is me, like how we were tonight. Good grief.
Mm-hmm.
Still, thanks, Hitchan. Try to be quick. We are in stall building streak now, and we must hurry. Oh, she's so hyper.
Very hyper. Too hyper.
She's
Stalks
too
out of
hyper.
the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list and number items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list to imply at the teacher, I exit the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to class 3-1, 3 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, sealed with identical doors and are rooms that I don't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully pushed open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it's rather badly kept and or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping in all over the desks. Specks of dust are specks yeah, specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody ha? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. You'll like Rin's voice acting. It's
Ugh.
easy. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly at the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in the corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. It should be deers in headlight. She's staring at me with her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. All right, interesting wording there. I'm staring at her with my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stumbled into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically.
Hello.
The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Um, hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here, for some festival stalls. I think. I don't think there would be someone here.
There isn't. That's why I came here too.
She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raised an eyebrow as if she was suspecting my observation was false.
You are pretty observant. I guess it does. But who are you?
This girl's pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Hisao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday.
I'm Rin. Takasuya Rin. Rin Takasuya. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now.
That's fair.
That smiles. So, that's very nice.
I like Rin's personality. It's very chill.
Her personality is me on a good day.
Yup. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. It actually makes me kind of chuckle. You know,
You like the dark
I
humor.
love dark humor. It's a flaw.
Yeah,
It's a flaw and a good thing.
Lord loves dark humor.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food.
Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back.
Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day.
What word would you use then? There is no word for a meal. You eat after lunch but before dinner, right? Bothers me very much too. But I don't really know what I should say.
There should be a word for that. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with.
But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious.
This is you. That statement is you.
Mm-hmm.
Just that
Yeah.
statement alone. With
Currently eating macaroni and cheese, and it's the same way. So,
yep.
yeah.
There we go. Braun
Shut
is
up.
Rin on a good day.
Shush. Shush.
With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes with at least as much impoliteness. She points it straight at me.
So, Nakai, what brings you to this place?
Like I said, I was told to look for these things.
No, the school. From outside, you look fine. Is your problem inside?
I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. Ah,
I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people.
Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in this. I froze in spot of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstance or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be with an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side.
I don't think it's anything in your head. And something in your guts would be boringly ordinary. Like this lunch of mine. And less delicious. Yeah, you had a good day. The problem must be in your pants. No. Again, not me.
This is messed up. Sherlock Holmes kind of statement, and then the sheer lack of tact it was ca- delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes wide in revelation and astonishment.
So I was right. There is something wrong with your tackle, isn't there?
Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing that I can think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem, arrhythmia. I said it. More like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed.
How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous.
What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down.
I forgive you. Just, I collect people, and a person with, that kind of problem would have been really great.
Collect people?
People with different problems.
So you just like go around asking people what's wrong with them?
Pretty much.
Yep, I see.
Again, this is so me.
Yep. Except maybe asking what's wrong with people, but Rin has no tact, sadly. I mean,
I at least have that.
yeah, sadly she can't knock. So, yeah.
Well, she could.
She could with her foot, but I mean that's more like
Or
a
her
kick,
knees.
or her knees too,
Well,
or
the knees would be.
or her head or her shoulder, like ding, ding. I don't know.
Yeah, the more I think about the
It's kind of messed
knee
up.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of messed up. Okay, let's move on. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else, or didn't need to know about it like every other student here so far. Should I have told it so as a natural part of my introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisal. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has a natural interest in such things. Probably that. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, I glance. A chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. This, the boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty except for murky green eyes which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance and the shadow makes it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within like deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this uh, sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word. Anyways, all right. I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable. So I try to force some conversation out of the strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late, or do you get the occasional visitor?
Visitors? Maybe. You are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around.
Horsing?
She likes to do sports.
Oh, and that's all I can think of to say. Both of
I
us
know who
fall.
she's talking about.
Yup, yup. Uh, a certain person that bumped into us, literally, and nearly caused us a heart attack.
Emmy,
Emi
the
Ibrazaki, I
adorable
believe.
little, yes, the adorable little twin-tailed.
Runner,
Yeah, I wish.
sprinter, you know.
Yeah, she's a sprinter. I used to be a sprinter. That was funny.
Mm-hmm. I
I
didn't do
can't do it
much.
anymore.
I used to do choir.
You were a trombone player.
I was a trombone player. Yes, and I was also in choir as a bass slash baritone.
You were a choir nerd too, so
I was a choir nerd. I still kind of am.
you're a choir, a theater, and a band nerd.
Yep,
Okay,
yep. Although choir
sports
and
are
theater,
sports are out of the question for
except
you.
archery. I do archery on occasion. I haven't done it in a while. I should do that this summer.
That might be a date you and I go on.
That'd be nice.
Archer.
Mm-hmm.
You better hope I don't shoot you in the ass.
Oh, I
I
won't. I'll stay far back as possible.
know how to throw throwing knives.
That's fair.
I
But
have to tell you that story after this, though.
all right. Both of us fall silent again as Rin forks the last bit of her meal into her mouth. That's just a weird saying. Forks her meal.
That's, uh,
Okay, let's continue.
that's,
I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now.
that's very nice for you. Don't feel obligated to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. Again, me on a good day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ask him.
It's
He has
true.
called me and I have been taking a nap.
It's true. It's
And
very
he's
much
like,
true.
really? What?
Like, I'm sorry.
You need to do whatever you're going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping.
Uh,
God,
I'm not sure what to
you.
make of this, but
That is you. You like
yeah,
watching sleep.
yeah, it's cute.
Perfect.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always fault myself.
Hentai! That is
What?
exactly what you are. You are a hentai.
A little bit,
Perfect.
but I'm an adorable one.
I watch him sleep, so I can't say anything.
Mm. Ah, okay.
Because you fall asleep on our video calls all the damn time.
It's true. It's true. I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think out of bed I have to be going. I, I'll catch you around, Tezuka.
You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship's at this point good enough to warrant this much.
I was already trying to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine, then. I'm Hiso.
Then you are.
Rin looks at me and hardens the eyes, but that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like
Oh,
she's actually not looking at me at all.
day.
She
Every
is.
day with you.
Yup. Crack my arms. Sorry. Can I even crack my arms right now? Is my elbow being a jerk right now? I can crack my fingers. There we go.
Crack your fingers.
It's actually a good thing to do.
That will get you arthritis when you're older.
Actually, it doesn't. It releases a lot of like the tension in the joints and it, like.
I cracked my fingers the other day and it hurt.
I mean, if you crack them too much, it's gonna hurt. But it's like every so often to release the tension is fine.
Well, I need somebody to crack my legs for me, but that's
Mm.
not gonna work.
Sadly, not here, right? Not there right now.
If you were,
If you were aware, then yes, yes.
no, for the record, I was in a car for a really long time today.
Yeah. So you kind of need to like stretch out those joints and
I need to
crack every
stretch.
single bone in your body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About that, Dave.
But oh, yup.
You're, you already know what I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. He knows when I get that tone, it's like,
Yep.
please.
Yerp.
And he's just like, fine.
Yes.
He kind of just gives into that, and it's like,
Something. Well,
fine.
fair. That's fair.
Oh, believe me, if we were in the same room,
Yup.
he'd be giving me a massage right now,
Yes.
and I would be very, very happy.
Yes, you would. And one
I would,
thing
and
would,
probably very loud.
of course, one thing would lead to another, which let's
Don't say
continue.
that.
Let's continue.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, like cuddling.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what he
wholesome.
meant, guys. That's what he meant.
I'm wholesome. Don't worry. Nothing else. Okay, she blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere.
See you later. So,
There's something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. Partly,
oh, she's adorable.
she's adorable. She is adorable.
She's adorable. She's adorable.
Yo,
I want to be her.
yo, you kind of are on good days though.
It's on good days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can make it seem like there are bad days.
There are no, not really, not as much as
Hey, there are.
there are, but
There
not as
are.
bad. Not as bad as
Right.
they used to be.
Says
Quietly back
says
out of the room as I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself, "What an intriguing person." From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice.
I heard that.
Yup. Oh. Hi, Misha.
What did she hear?
I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Somehow she had gotten to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy, it briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. As you should, Hasao. Don't be like Kenji, that piece of shit.
Kenji's evil.
Kenji is evil. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited.
No, wait. More importantly, who is in there? There's no club meetings today.
She tries to
What?
curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here?
You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, Hichan. And again, the annoyingness of the timer.
Yup. That's great. Also, one other thing. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even at the pool, so I'd like to know if you've taken up any exercising as I asked. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off to the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me? Not as such. I just happen to know a few people, but that's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it.
This is you. You ask me on a daily basis what I have done, and it's like,
Yup. So the nurse is me, which is true.
sat here and ate potato chips and not done a damn thing.
Yep. So I'm Hisao and the nurse, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to do some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift a can and up and down a few times like it's a sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down my arms painfully. A stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back as it was never gone. Tezuka, would you give us a second? The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you're still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more
I'm
you
gonna mute my
slip,
mic for a second, guys.
the more you slip and postpone, the harder it will be. It's the same thing with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? We have this, saying yes. Yeah, I promise, definitely. He studies me for a moment, then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around? He lives with a wave of his hand and no answer as I walk to Rin, who has been waiting idly, leaning against the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Okay. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them.
Are you getting medications for your heart thingy?
Were you listening? Comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her and I don't know her. It's not her business. The nurse seems to be happily ignorant about the confidently to talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Ren's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Ren is just staring past my shoulder, quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. Sigh. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there's something inexplicable lock. It seems like there is some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart.
Will they make you better?
No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital, it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building, and Rin leads us onwards towards the dorm. We stop at the small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slight elevated ground with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design of the school. Excuse me. The entire wall made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself. It's covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is still more sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seems to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground besides the wall.
See? The left side is hardly off the ground yet. it's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from an art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever there's a problem. And it's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. The reach is better, and it's faster, too.
She goes on a tangent, waving a little with her arms or whatever it there actually is to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve slaps around and makes me think of it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost everything tangible, every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. If there's something I need to figure out, then to figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost.
Why would the hope be lost?
Because the paint has to be painted, and then it's got to dry, then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint, and it takes time.
She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project? You did this?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes.
Nice, but I stumble with any words and suddenly feel like I should walk straight into a minefield or political incorrectness.
Yeah, kinda did. It's okay. You can say it. I probably won't get mad.
I blush really hard. I don't really know what to be what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward.
Don't you want to ask?
How do you paint without hands?
See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet.
That smile is so cute. So cute.
I actually have a confession to make. I have a thing called monkey toes, and we can pick up things with our toes.
Oh.
Like, I have my slipper in front of me, and I'm gonna just be a little bit weird and just pick it up with my toe. Yeah, so
toes apart on both my feet.
yeah, I can pick up like pencils or pens.
That's so
I can
weird.
write with my toes. So if I were to lose both of my hands, I'd still be able to write. I'd just be weird.
So, okay, you are
It'd just be really, really awkward.
You would become Rin if that were to happen.
I would. I can also write with my mouth.
Huh.
So,
there's also
like,
that.
I can take the pencil, hold it in my teeth, and write. So,
fair.
Painting and playing video games
will be difficult.
And typing would be a little weird.
Yes.
I think I'd have to have you help me play video games at that point.
Of course.
Just be like, hey, babe. You'd be like,
I need
video game.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that would suck. And cooking dinner would be really hard.
That too.
But
you would probably need.
But yeah,
that too.
I can pick stuff up with my feet.
That's fair. That's cool.
My mom can do.
That's awesome.
All of the females in my family can do it. My dad can't do it.
That's a cool. Well, for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, now he never could do it before either. So.
Fair enough. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do?
You're good at guessing anyway. I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now.
I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject.
It's a lot of training. This afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat?
Well, paintings tend to be flat.
not like that flat. You know, like some people are. No substance, no meat where there should be some. I know a few girls who are.
Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that saying, "Suit yourself," without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there.
I didn't think I get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones I have in the sports track, but there aren't any.
Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if can be of any help, though.
It's just mixing some paints. Some paints. You can do that, probably. Do you have motor control problems? Like, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe?
Not that I know of.
I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that.
She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't.
Let's do it then. That could be taken a multitude of ways.
Yeah, it could. Let's be PC or PG. PC is
Let's
different.
keep
PC
it
is
PG.
political. PC is political correct. Which
That is the PG way of saying
yes,
things.
yes. So so she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up the wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans and pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. Thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. I like how they're saying "hand." There's a
With the
joke
quotes.
there.
There's a joke there, people.
Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is frustrating ordeal. It's a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best.
Yeah. Add half a splash of green.
I crouch down and pick up the can of bright green.
The other green. This green.
I carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl.
No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is green a good color, Dad?
No idea. You are the artist here. A hint of a hint of smile appears in the corner of her mouth.
So adorable.
Yes, it is.
Do you lack an opinion?
No,
Yeah,
just
that is me.
yes, it is. Oh my god, we should have been Rin's route, but that's a bit complicated. I haven't seen a playthrough of Rin's route or anything like that. I haven't attempted to it. It just feels very obscure to me, and it
I've
verges the
seen Shizune's route, and that is a bear.
yeah. It's like what? Um,
Mhm.
no, it's just that I have no idea.
It's okay because I just got an idea. Add more white.
With this excellent exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter.
That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of your life in your dream but can't remember it. Maybe it's yellow.
Despite the impossibility of mixing a color like the change of seasons or any other nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born on the plush wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints, crouching down on the paving, and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, but like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind it the least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works on the details, adding layers of paint on top of the other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing the paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues, as if there were some need to conserve words and breathe and sound. This is interesting. Like, it's cool that Rin is like this chill person. And it sounds like, what?
It's like, what the heck?
Yep. We stay there late until the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. And here's our favorite transition.
The little heart with the bandage. I love that
It's
thing.
so cute. So
It's
cute.
adorable. It's kawaii.
Yes.
Sorry. My annoying voice.
Oh, it's not annoying.
Mm.
Misha says though, I'm sorry.
That was a god.
I'm sorry. It's funny.
Oh,
No, Kenji's voice is annoying too.
that was harsh.
I'm sorry.
That was
I'm
harsh,
sorry. Muji
man.
agrees though.
Come on.
The sound of an alarm pulls me out of the fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering my energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here all day. School is surprisingly exhausting for a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're going to let me get away with that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications to put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with the gym outfit. I ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way, a bit like me. After all, I'm going to be start taking care of myself. I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely like a half mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health or his prompting me to do so. And even with things like being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over.
Good morning. Your name is Sal, right?
She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name.
You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday.
How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Anyways,
Sal, smooth, dude.
yes,
Smooth.
he wears a sweater vest. It's great.
Now I can literally imagine you standing in front of me in Twin Tails. Twin Tails, you with the sweater vest. Wow, that came out wrong.
What?
Nothing. That came out
Interesting.
way wrong.
Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling.
I, I didn't do it. I swear. Yeah, sorry about that. Again, she's so adorable. I wish.
Yeah,
I freaking wish.
right? And for
You
what?
wish I was that cute.
I
Bite
mean,
me.
no, you are. You are very cute.
I am
You are,
not.
you are adorbs.
Don't listen to him.
You are
He
adorbs.
lies.
You are adorbs.
Lord lies.
Adorbs. No, I'm not. No, I don't. Which one?
Liar.
Which lord are we talking about here? I'm
You.
sorry.
You lie.
I'm sorry. Bad joke. Moving on.
You lie.
I
You
don't.
lie,
I
but
don't lie.
yes, you do.
No, I don't.
It's not cute.
You are.
You lie.
We're not arguing about this. You are cute.
I will fight till my last breath, so bite me.
She does. She has the stubbornness of the bull that is the Taurus.
So, I
Anyways,
am not cute, admit it, and then you can go.
I'm still gonna say you are.
I am not!
Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine.
Great!
I'm not sure
At
if she
least.
realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you?
That's right.
Oh! I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest.
Wait, are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy?
No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you're here to do exactly that.
No, I'm here for my own reason. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy haired transferred student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track.
So, why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose.
Training!
Oh god. For what?
Track.
Ah, I see. You're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Hassan says the obvious, or asks the obvious, which I do. I do that
Which
too.
a lot.
A lot. I am
I
Hassan.
I I will admit he has asked me so.
Obvious questions that have obvious answers.
I think what was it yesterday? You're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "You could see me right now. You know I'm not."
Mm,
He kind of got. I gave him the look, guys. If I
yeah.
give him the look, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I'm being a dumbass.
It's like,
Like, whoops. Whoopsie
it's like,
daisies.
idiot.
I kinda can be, though. But yeah.
Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. She's so
And
freaking.
modest about it, too.
She's so freaking cute. Hey,
Yes.
you should join up. It's a good exercise, you know.
I think that much activity is
No.
probably out of the question for me. Now, I'm not even sure if that I like really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know. It's true. I never really never really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that's was the really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emi seems to understand my meaning.
I see, I see. And the whole organization thing. Oh, excuse me. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? She's
What?
so freaking adorable.
Yes, that little wink and the pigtails and the green eyes and yeah, this is like the uniform she wears the
Imagine that
most.
with me. Imagine that.
I can see it. I can see it.
Oh, God, I shouldn't have said that.
I can see it.
I should not have said that.
Imagine me in a sweater vest without my glasses. With
I already do that. I
well,
already
fair
do
enough.
that.
I probably look like Hasao.
I imagine you. Never mind. I'm not saying what I.
Anyways,
Anyway, no, I was gonna say school uniform, but
that too.
I'm gonna hold my breath on that. No,
And
so I know have the same fantasy there, you pervert.
right. Well, I wasn't implying that. I'm not that dirty-minded.
Yes, you are. Don't lie.
A little bit, maybe a little bit, but meh.
A little bit.
It's an understatement, I know.
That is an understatement. That's an
Yes,
understatement and a half, dear. That is an understatement and a half.
true. Emi seems pleased.
Do not let him fool you. He likes that kind of stuff. Are you going to warm up?
Real men don't warm up. Sal, you idiot.
You're... Oh, you dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm gonna say is
Mm-hmm.
how you
He
dumbass.
is. He kind of is. Besides, that's not something I would say, by the
Oh
way.
no, you always should warm up. Bad Sal.
Yes.
I would say
She
that to
scolds
you.
me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer.
I hate warming up too.
She laughs suddenly.
I don't even have to stretch my legs.
As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving the passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic.
Let's go. God, she's adorable.
She is adorable, and I like how they animated her bouncing on her feet. On yeah, her feet. Let's call them her feet.
Her
Her
legs.
legs.
Her fake legs.
Her shins. To a certain extent, shins and feet. So we both take
Yeah.
off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emi moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on the running properly. Hands spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of her feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emi's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emi could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple laps today, and slow and to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor.
Finished already?
I hang my head ruefully. Yeah, I'm not very good in shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seemed to do a lot of smiling. This is true.
Well, the important thing is that you started, right? Next time, you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great.
And to be honest, this is like me. I'm not really good at running either.
I'm
I'm trash at it.
shape, I swear.
I'm out of shape too. Like, more
I
so,
will
like,
get you in shape.
I know you would.
Hey, I'm out of shape too.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, in our own sort of way, we are. I mean,
Well, wait. Round is a shape. I'm in shape. Round is in shape.
yeah.
He doesn't get the joke.
Oh.
Round is a shape, dear.
It is.
Round is a shape.
It's an adorable shape.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? She shrugs unconcernedly.
Nah, I've got plenty of time.
I notice that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug.
Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hazel.
Yeah, see ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emi said, I just need to keep at it in order to do better, right? Practice make it perfect or something like that. It's nice at least to feel. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken a semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. That's me. Oh god damn it, Kenji. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and reading a malicious intent.
Kenji!
It
Get out of
bursts through the
here!
fog. Sup? What are you doing
Kenji.
here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's looking for me like that, stark naked, but hold my tongue back. I finally realize I'm still naked too, and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me. But Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad that it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know, your room, and yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up, though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts an innocent face and looks away, trying too hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his wind pane sized glasses. Window pane sized glasses. Talking neutral like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, to say nothing of the fact that he is naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with little success. But money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can you just give me because I had the goodwill to not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint, and in the end, is it
Kenji.
the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. That seriously,
Creepy.
this makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should have withhold payment, since his thoughts were clearly impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister. Since he can't tell me what they are, I say as much to him. I'm offended, man, but if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah. I would have give you some, but you have class and you don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy and then eat it, and it's not easy. You have to obtain a pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you in the pizza, and they will ask for slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you are left pizzaless and an unforgiving world. It happens before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance so that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose completely without irony. But yeah, I only need like 400 yen. Please, they're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out without carefully planning in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something standing, maybe, wondering how I got there. and then out of nowhere it happened. Like a flash of lightning splitting the sky, like how you split a sandwich into two equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like in the orphanage to some kind of
Oh,
anime
opening
show.
it.
Open. It was.
Oh,
Sorry. What did I say? It was like in the opening of.
okay, okay. I think Lord needs to take a break.
Hold on. Let me have a drink of water.
No, I think you need to pause and we need to take a break.
Perhaps. Perhaps. Let me
We're
get.
going to take a break, guys. We'll be back.
Okay, sorry about that break. I can't read, apparently. Anyways, it's like an opening of an anime show. Part where the main dude is fighting like a rifle, and then they fly at each other and clash swords, but it's like big dramatic colored auras and zoom. Okay, and with that, we'll continue this nonsense of Kenji next time. And we're gonna be taking a bit of a break. This is the end of part 3. And
Part 3.
yes, and we'll see you guys again next time in Katawa Shoujo.